Welcome team, it is time for the Premier Property Weekly Live Q&A. And if you're joining me for the first time, if it happens to be the case, then my name is Kam Dovedi. I'm the founder of Premier Property, and every week I do these Q&As which are then recorded and they are put straight onto YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, then welcome. I'm going to go straight into questions to help you to move forward in your property journey. I've been investing and developing for the last 30 years. I've trained over 200,000 people and mentored over 2,000 people by showing them exactly what we're doing right now. In fact, I'm sitting in here right now in my office, which is a commercial building itself, which is a deal in itself. We have no money in. Yes, that's a 2.6 million deal. Just saying, I'm now going to jump straight into these questions. So questions here are from our Premier Property community, and hopefully you're watching this here right now, and I'm going to answer these questions. The first one that is being asked here is by Keith Simpson. So Keith is asking all about angles, about windows. So he's asking about replacing double glazed windows. He's buying a property. He's not getting a straight answer from anyone in terms of how much the window should be. And he wants to get a gauge on how much these windows should be costing. So he's saying any estimates or guesswork for someone experienced would be great. Ballpark 5 regular windows and a rectangular bay with 3 sides. Obviously, he's put in brackets. How much per window? How much should it be? So typically, there for you, Keith, what we're finding is that the prices of double glazing windows has definitely gone up since Brexit has been announced, and materials have become much more expensive. Definitely, double glazing prices have gone up, and we're looking not just at a small 5-10% increase. It's been like a sort of a 20-25% increase. So quite a large increase in prices when it comes to products. And I'm wondering what you're finding. I mean, if you're finding products right now, how are you finding it? I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to comment here, and feel free to engage, be part of the community. And if you haven't subscribed already, then feel free to subscribe to our channel. It'd be great for you to be part of our community, and we'd love you to be part of our community so we can continue sharing. I'm doing a lot of videos which are not just standing outside projects. I'm actually going inside the projects and showing you exactly what we're doing. So do stay tuned. Smash that bell icon and join our community if that's what you like to do. So answering Keith Simpson's question specifically. So Keith, 7 to 12 windows. 7 to 12 windows, you're looking at in the region of £4,000 to £6,000. That is a good trade offer for supply and fit, fencer regulated. That's what you're looking for. Okay, so there you have it, Keith. There it is. Sabina Khan is asking, do we need a planning application to change a C4 usage to a sui generis? So if this is new terminology for you, what are we discussing here? So what we're discussing here is HMOs, houses of multiple occupancy, where you're renting out room by room. Now, in my experience, typically it does depend on the council and the borough. However, if you are in a C4 scenario, which means maximum 6 bedrooms, then you probably don't require planning. I say probably because it does depend on the council. However, usually you don't require planning permission, but you normally require licensing, which are of course 2 separate things. And if you are now looking to take it into the realms of 6 bedrooms, well then that will be classed as a sui generis. So what is sui generis? So each type of stock has a type of usage to it. So you got your A1 that used to be retail. It's all been changed now as well. So you got A1 that used to be retail units. C3 is typically the home that you live in, and so on. So each type of stock has a designation, and the sui generis is the compartment, which is a bit of a mixed bag. So my view is where the councils couldn't think of, where should they put this particular type of stock. They put it into a mixed bag that's called sui generis. And HMOs that are more than 6 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, 8 bedrooms, these will fall into the sui generis group, which means that you need planning. So you will require planning for that. One of the benefits of this, just to add another point to the point, is that when you're financing, commercial lenders will lend you on the income valuation, the value on the income that's coming in from that property, rather than the physical property, the bricks and mortar. Just something to keep in mind. A number of lenders do this. So there you have it in a snapshot. Sabina, you need planning permission, but it could also be a benefit for the financing side. Okay, so next up we have Jason. Jason is asking, excuse me. Oh, Jason? Sid Khan is asking. So Sid Khan is asking about conversion cost on the last deal webinar that we did, the deal clinic webinar that we did, where we go through deals. A figure was announced of £1,200 per square meter for conversions. He's looking at a pub, and the pub has 2 floors, and it's 329 square meters for each floor plate. And he's asking, is that right? Because it's coming out to be a lot of money, which is £660,000. Well, Sid, yes, it is right. Now, it's a ballpark figure. Now, typically, to be completely honest with you, it's £1,200. So we use these quick rules of thumb at Premier Property. So it's £1,200 a square meter. And if it's got asbestos in it, so if you've got a building such as, let's say, an old care home with might be asbestos, or an NHS building with asbestos, then we don't use £1,200 a square meter. We'd use £1,500 a square meter. So this pub that you're looking at, if it's hasn't got this asbestos, then the £1,200 per square meter is a pretty accurate figure. Now at Premier, what we do is in that £1,200 per square meter, we've encompassed all the other costings. So all the sort of technical reports that you're going to be having, architectural fees are in there as well. And all the various consultations, etc., that you can have with the planning department, all of that is included in there. Like what I say, it's a quick rule of thumb. And what you'll find is you'll get that right within 10% of that figure. So please do use £1,200 per square meter. You'll find it'll work for you, and it will give you a sanity check on the money required to do the conversion that you need to do. Sounds like you've got a lovely size building there. So you're going to typically get a lot out of that, 329 square meters on each floor. So yes, you're quite right. Those are the figures. Cool. Moving on. Let's now move forward to answer another one of the questions. So this is the final question I want to answer today from Alex Phillip, one of our Premier Property community. And by all means, look, you are welcome to ask any questions that you have in your property journey. It doesn't matter if you're new, you're just starting out. That's absolutely fine. If you're like me, I mean, you hopefully agree with me that you might be starting out in property, but you're not new to life, are you? Yes. So there's many resources you can bring in to property, and feel free to ask questions, and I'll do my best to answer those questions from you from exactly what we are doing now. Because as you know, we're active investors and developers. This is what I do on a daily basis. So feel free to ask. You can make comments here if you're watching this on YouTube, and I'll answer the questions for you. So Alex is asking, hi Cam, what are your views on agents offering to attend viewings on your behalf via video, etc.? What do you think? What's your thoughts on this? So great question, Alex. And by the way, this is a really good hack that at Premier we've used over the COVID-19 scenario. So I'm going to share it with you right now, actually. So now, before I just do that, if you're liking this, if you're enjoying this, if you're getting answers, then feel free to subscribe to our channel. You can do that right now. Just press that subscribe button, and there's a bell icon there, isn't it? It took me a little while to find that bell icon, but there's a bell icon, and feel free to click on that bell icon, and you will get the latest video. Okay, so answering Alex's question, so we actually use this at Premier as a hack. So you know me, I'm always advocating view the property. Even though we're buying typically 7 to 12 projects on a monthly basis, I always make sure, it's a principle that I always view the property before exchange, before legally binding contracts. We always make sure that has been done. Really, really important. Please get this property thing right so you can make a lot of money. Please don't get it wrong, because you know you'll lose a lot of money. So let's get it right, please. You know, it's a fun game when you get it right. I still do this right now, over the last 30 years. Whenever we bought a property, even now, even I have to travel, I will make sure I personally view that property before exchange. However, what we have been doing over the pandemic is exactly this, where viewings weren't going on, and where estate agents have started doing these, these videos of viewings of the properties, the 360s and so on. They're very useful, very helpful, because what you can do, and let's get deeper with this. What you can do is you can actually make an offer by looking at the viewing. However, please remember, you're not exchanging on it, so you're not having a legally binding contract. And what you say to the estate agent is specifically, Mr. Estate Agent, Madam Estate Agent, I would like to make an offer on this property from what I've seen, and just subject to making sure I do a viewing just before we actually exchange on the property, just to make sure there isn't anything that we missed, such as structural issues or anything like that. So we're happy to make an offer on this. So you can do that, Alex. It's a great way of getting in faster, making the offer. But please, at some point before exchange, you do want to view it. Now, you get a good idea from the videos. These videos are really, really good now, aren't they? Right? You can see all the way through the property. You can view Google Maps and see the externals as well. Of course, look for the most recent Google Maps, so you can see that as well. And you can get them to send you over WhatsApp. It's another thing that we do, WhatsApp video and so on. And once you sign the contracts and you're about to spend your money and you're about to exchange, please view the property. And that way you get it right. So if there's a problem, you let the agents know, because you've already announced that, haven't you, to them, that if there was a structural problem or anything that makes the property unmortgageable, then you're not going to proceed. However, chances are 99% of the time it's going to be absolutely fine, and you make your check and job done, and it does make your life easier, especially if you're like us, where you invest in London, you invest around London, and you've got two areas that are north of Watford as well. So for that reason, it does make your life easier as well. Cool, Alex. Great question there. Hope you liked the answer. To be fair, some really good questions. I hope you enjoyed this today. And it's Kam Dovedi, and I will see you here same time next week, helping you to make your property investing go to the next level. See you next time.